hung out with UGK in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And
George Clinton.
First time I ever heard screw music.
George Clinton was there during No Man's Land, or Trilogy.
Yeah,
and we got on one of the songs on that album.
Yeah, we work with him. So that's like one of the greatest musical minds to ever even walk the face of the earth, you know what I'm saying? So just to be in his presence and watch him work, you know what I mean? I was definitely trying to soak up all the game from that. And my man Kenny Parker, though. Kenny Parker showed us a lot of love. He used to come to the studio when we was doing stuff in, I think, Battery Studios. We was like mastering the record.
Yeah.
And you know, we knew Kenny Parker, and we was just so, you know, KRS-One is definitely one of our favorite MCs of all times. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we list off our favorite rappers, he's always up there in the top 3. And so we just wanted to just ask Kenny Parker all these questions about KRS-One, and he was real cool because he told us all this stuff about KRS-One, you know what I mean, about how he practiced with his breath, how he had a battle rap for every MC that ever came out that had any shine, you know what I'm saying, just like, you know, all these things and stories that we wanted to know about KRS-One, he told us, you know what I'm saying, and he did it, he gave us all these jewels because he knew, he saw that we had something going. He was like, damn, man, y'all real talented. You know,
he was at our first live radio appearance in New York on was it WKCR? I forget the name. Stretching Bob.
Yeah.
You know, he was there. He was actually there, and I think that's the first time we met him. But he was always super supportive.
Yeah, he showed us a lot of love in the studio, and just kind of would come in there and hang out with us. You know what I'm saying, and just whatever, all our little questions that we needed to ask, you know what I mean, he always had an answer for us. He never was like, man, I later for that, you know what I mean, I don't got the time to talk to you guys today. He sat down with us, and I mean, we had a million questions, you know what I mean, I think he answered every single one.
What year was that?
It's like 90, had to be 93. 92.
Okay. Just going back to the album real quickly, the Mr. Freeman skit. One, I like the fact that you use skits in the album. I like them, but the Mr. Freeman skit really stood out for me, and I want to tell you why. I wrote it down. Just give me a second. This is Mr. By the way, that's not the real Mr. Freeman, right? It's not Morgan Freeman's impersonator, right? Or is it?
No, that's
Morgan Freeman. Paul that.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was here not so long ago, but we didn't get a chance to speak to him. Okay, so Mr. Freeman goes, "Stop doing that old school shit, son. You need to let it go." And then I think is it Tajay on the skip, and you go, I'm trying to represent the essence, trying to bring it back. I gotta represent for the youngsters. Mr. Freeman, stop doing that old shit. Listen to me. I've assisted many rappers along the way, from WEBBIE to Rich Boy to DL40. You like that Laffy Taffy, right? Tajay goes, yeah, you know, it's kind of cool. But what I want to ask, why it's incredibly funny. Why did you do that skit? Why mention those particular people in that skit? Because it's obviously satirical. But why them rappers? And does it go back to what you were saying about the kind of music that keeps getting churned out over and over again?
I mean, Paul sort of put the skit together. We've been recording that record for a while, so that was probably who was hot at the time.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't in particular to any rappers, you know, like that was just probably what was hot on the radio at the time when we were recording it. I mean, we started recording this record in 06, so
damn,
you know,
seriously, 06.
We finished most of it in 06.
It was done 2 years ago, I think. But yeah,
3 years ago.
I mean, that skit is just, you know, Paul is, you know, he's got that type of comedy, so like, you know, we joke around a lot and just poke fun and stuff, you know what I mean? And Prince Paul would he would encourage us to kind of go with that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's funny, whatever you guys, like we would make up a joke about making some crazy song or whatever, and he would be like, oh, you guys gotta make that song, you know what I mean? So I think that particular skit just came from just our interaction, just joking with each other, poking fun at each other, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of captured that, you know what I mean, and turned it into a skit with his own flavor, of course, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's purely meant to be comical too, man. We ain't trying to be mean to no rappers. For real though, like, it's pure comedy.
Yeah, it ain't no beef thing. I know you guys ain't being on that.
See, the thing of it is that a lot of people they stand on that. Like they get up and they go, yeah, man, I hate Lil WEBBIE or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever little rapper is out. But really, they probably ain't that. You know, they're not. If you got your own thing, you ain't worried about the next man trying to diss this dude and whatever. And I mean, most people would be probably offended if they knew the music that we like. You know what I'm saying? I've ran into that before, to where people have this imagery of what Souls of Mischief should listen to, and we should hate everybody and blah blah blah. And we're just not like that. You know what I mean? We got a universal frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? We travel the world, and you know, our hometown is Oakland, California. So anybody who ever been to Oakland knows that that's not really a crazy international hub or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't really run into all different types of people there. You know what I mean? So, you know, we always kept an open mind, even living in Oakland, surrounded by peers that were just closed-minded to the 100%. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why I got to get close to these brothers right here. You know what I'm saying? Because my closest friends was totally not trying to think progressive at all. You know what I'm saying? And you know, these guys are. So I mean, we have an affinity for some of this music and, you know, ideology that some people just find totally offensive. But that's just because that's where we come from. That's where we live. So I ain't never been mad at Laffy Taffy, like how I've seen some people just almost get into an epileptic fit over how disgusted they are at it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't Souls of Mischief. We would rather do battle with someone that's actually skillful. You know what I'm saying? And test my skills based off of that. I mean, it ain't hard to go against someone who ain't even tripping off of rapping or nothing. They just going in the studio having fun, celebrating, doing whatever, trying to pop bottles of champagne and kick it with the homies, and you gonna try to come up against a super lyrical powerhouse. It's just not. It ain't even fair. You know what I'm saying? We like to test our skills with real MCs.
Do you test each other?
Yeah.
Still?
That's how we came up. I mean, if when we doing the show and we performing every night, and you know, we naturally competitive, and we doing songs with each other, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm trying to have the dopest verse, you know what I mean? It ain't no disrespect to my man over here. Yeah. And I can feel it. I can feel it when he got in that verse. Like, ooh, he killed it on that one. Fuck.
You gotta be up to par, or you're gonna be looking real sorry. So we always trying to push each other and just, you know, stay within ourselves, but at the same time, let's go.
It's not a negative thing to where it's like I got beef with Festo or something. But at the same time, I mean, we all know that that's what makes you a good MC. You know, if you care about that. If you don't give a fuck, and I mean, not to curse, but if you don't care about what the next man is doing, and you don't feel that competitive edge, you know, you're not paying attention. Especially if you got Souls of Mischief rapping on a track. I mean, those is like originators of styles, you know what I'm saying? The vocabulary words that they think of, the patterns, you know what I'm saying, is like, ain't nobody else doing that. Yeah. So if I step up to the mic after these dudes and just did something that you ain't never even heard in rap ever, and I just take it easy, you know what I mean? The microscope is gonna be on me. People are gonna be like, yo, that dude is like not tight. I think that's one of the main things about Souls of Mischief is like, normally in the group, there's always like, yo, that's the #1 dude. He's the hottest cat. I love his verses. He's always the dopest. And it's like Souls of Mischief. We never had that. You know?
And finally, do Souls of Mischief still own all the mics in the universe?
It's a lease to own option that we signed with.
Oh, okay. So what would be the?
Starting to realize microphones aren't really that good of a commodity to own anymore, so we're leasing them out now.
Okay. How much would it cost for someone like myself, who's a blogger journalist, to?
You gotta have swag. It's necessary to have swag. We don't even lease them for money. We lease them for swag.
I don't have that.
I got some in my beanie.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, I could take some of that, but.